This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Bobie TV suni yema mu nyina kwa bamfamba so na Bobie Ansah ene ne squad na fire say ade ba ko a NDC ba yo mbo ho moden ene say ye be fast track enioma na omajeli NPP fo a ombo man no kro no ene de ade ba ko a se wo ka se Mahama ba na nya ade wo ho a obeka se eyampa no uye no si nchen a o jai fuo ekofom isi ye se be launching ko konketenkete. Oh, Chief Justice, ya veti fufro. Chief Justice, ye veti ni. Minority, afenyo makine dine domani mise umupi. Eh, afenyo wogu MPP.
MPP for no. NDC are confused. Me amenu PK sapon. And why you know confused people. Confused bunch of people. Ade ya NDC akwako ye framework for nkokwankete lunch ansa no mo baba lunch nkokwankete program no mu nam si PK na menua no na okoka omo adwene wo fom no ho a na PK sapon asem na ye meya. The last says Bobie, see, some of us will not ask this government to give us job. The only thing we want them to do is to put some smile on our face. But NDC have given this MPP so much privilege, and it looks like MPP are the one running this government. It's never true. It's never true, my brother. It's never ever true. Don't let MPP be nada say they are in charge, and tell me which aspect. MPP is running the show. Tell me this aspect. The only thing I'm for problem is the slow pace of prosecutions, which we understand. We all understand because hey, Bonia MPP do on my way no. It's just right. Say any rational Ghanaian, ebe busa fast track justice. I mean, for that one, you need the biarada. I will never challenge you on this one. But say MPP is running the show. I mean, it's a lie. Don't let anybody. MPP ne run the show. And Kasabi and Kasingle Degit. Yaninam say, Yaninam 8% as I say. Meboa. And Yana Krana, man for Project 6. MPP bet me a running show. Ama, I buy NDC, I buy any more Benyam say. Dollar, I say. MPP, omni show no running. Dollar, I say, and Brababe catch him fool, I say, and MPP, omni fool show, running. And these are indicators that they're running on mine. They are carrying the to obey. They are carrying to obey. Yes, we agree. Sanka with a year, friend said the number NDC has in parliament. And a year number JM Eddie Winnie, you know. And can you quite send Crawford ways in your womanum cancano, a aha, MPP and cancan for no. And cancan a motor who for no. Can you quite so munya quite be or mono? But they are doing it. However, let us remind ourselves, say, we are in democratic dispensation. Won't be catch them people in say, on the more me non casa, on the more no or Kagana assembly. Won't be Yanedia. I ban be anywhere, John Mahama to be catch them people for some more casa. So, I mean, there more be another, and this is still in control. Just that there are certain things we want them to fast track it. You know, they only make this uncommon one. When they are here, Justice Saki says, Bobie, you see, because of NDC is slow on MPP corrupt people. You see how they are behaving. Okay, JB Jata says, good afternoon, Commander, watching you live from Jata Cement Factory. Thank you, Anthony Mensah. What kind of chairman is this? His conduct is very annoying. Okay, so we have Felix Kwachiofosu, Honorable Minister of Information. Na Odin Sembia Baba Betuja or the direction beko for the week. So this is ne tweet no ato Facebook page Felix Kwachiofosu, and that is the X handle former Facebook page. And I read very important week coming up tomorrow, the report of the August 6th helicopter tragedy. Investigations will be presented to the National Security Council. On Tuesday, the details of the report will be made public at a media briefing On Wednesday, President Mahama will launch the Nkoko Nketenkete program in Kumasi. And then on Thursday, the 26th budget. On Thursday, 2026 budget, which brims with far-reaching policy initiatives. Okay, will be read in Parliament by the Finance Minister. Okay, all right. Will be read in Parliament by the Finance Minister. All right. Thank you. And Sema Ora Felix Kwachi Fosu Abetuja. The issues about August 6th helicopter tragedy, a very interesting one. Papa Chris on Facebook page says, good afternoon, Commander. Let me take this opportunity to greet my hard-working MP and Minister for Land and Natural Resources, Honorable Manuel Ama Kofi Bua. With him at the helm of affairs, the ministry Galamsey will be a thing of the past. And Papa Chris, my voice back on I promise Ghanaians that Emmanuel Amabua so my voice council Kwabiaso and Galamsey. There are cases, Commander. What I mean is NDC should just walk over these people. And let Ghana move on. We are not happy with this kind of, dilly-dallings, soft gloves. A good year, Commander. This MPP having nothing better to offer our country. MPP never again. Okay, so and yes. I mean, the issue about say, NPP is not running the show. In fact, credit Kakrakawe. All right. According to Honorable Kwachi Fosu, mattress omo ebehwena omo ede eye semna tuja ochina then nyame ya adoma quickly no omo betimi etu anamo na Wednesday JM Airco eye Kumasi akọ launching Nkoko Nketenkete. Then on Thursday year 2026 budget, so ora to forcing Eddie Ababe Tuja. So this week is so packed, and on the issue of the budget, we spoke to Duncan Amwa, Obuboso Church Nema Unim so far, and Komaya Dinano mostly about budget no any CJ nominee vetting processes issues are minority are raising and their walkout and co-mininis. All right, so Nkoko Nketenkete program no china Kumasi ebe de. And quick one, me pacho fa story to us here, mami. Southern African national arrested at KIA for smuggling over 30 kg of cannabis from Thailand. So the Narcotics Control Commission has arrested a Southern African national at the Kotoka International Airport for attempting to smuggle Fenipano na Yanko. Smuggling over 30 kilograms of cannabis into Ghana. The suspect, who arrived on a flight from Thailand, was apprehended by NACOC officials. All right, so that's it. All right, so that's it. Pacho, kindly put the picture here for me, Yanko. Okay, baby, you've seen a shocking twist. An airline official stationed at KIA was also arrested for allegedly aiding the suspect in bypassing routine security checks. NACOC officials reviewed that preliminary investigations suggest a coordinated effort between the foreign national and the airline worker to smuggle the illicit substance into the country. Try see a benya a NACOC company for, and this is a breaking news. I am say a Rihanna omo air pekino a South African national enka all smuggle 30 kilograms of cannabis free Thailand the aba on my wemo. And just yesterday na me will be a dim komo about how drugs say yem koda said your drugs say yem koda and me say semete a news we say me depa when a betwamu enti e betwamu quick one Na yako yenim. We are trying to get in touch with the NACOC leadership to talk to them for confirmation over this story. Almost say a year Branty Bako Ghana airport or so much no account because it's suspected say or no and or AD a year or run more the drugs nearby. And the Muller says, Commander, let us put on record that so far this government has not asked for any supplementary funds in the last budget. Ato is force and ampar. This one is coming from Andy Mullers. And Divan Williams says, please, Mahama, Monto President, you okay? So that on also new opinion. And no, we are still trying. A production crew is working around the clock to make sure they get somebody from NACOC. Na Busa or more dia Koso wo Ghana airport. And Sanya Maseni me metia me in particular yane de yane mahomeka because the kind of substance ya enkrofo person mo de be say enkola no. And would most of a year would ye be bree a coso ewa Ghana ha a nearma and ranty and how can somebody just kill ne yere and any men's here through arson? Was she woman that was somewhere last year or last 2 years? Central region or baby last 2 weeks or last week last week. Washene yere ne mansia washi womo oloki womo share them no twa jatu mu. Richard Aqua says watching you live from Dubai. Bobie 1992 MVP boycotted Parliament and NDC did well to sustain our democracy. Ompa mom boycott sa viewer ha obi amfa womo. Yes, of course. And that is why everybody is happy that NDC has the numbers and they can just work with a CJ nominee. Approve him. Okay, so it's unfortunate we are not getting anybody from NACOC. Let's continue. Godwin Jamesi says, good afternoon, Commander. I don't blame the minority. I don't know what the problem of the chairman. Okay, the person can say, oh, a vetting committee chairman, no, onim the problem. And so that is what Godwin Jamesi Kizito wants to communicate. So yes, we hear. Say Binumusa raised the same issue. Say and then appointment committee chairman as a Nako Komo Ago Kakra. So then I issue epim. Now
one in I so Kakra Akopie. Many is mpanyinfo no bia ya omadwen say obejai vetting no to proceed the way it should, but I think the parliament, being a master of their own processes, no should also stamp their foot down so that they don't allow unnecessary distractions. Clearly the order of the day or the issue for the day, there's no ambiguity about it. Say, an incoming Chief Justice. One would have thought that naturally they would get ready and get on to the business of the day. But it looks like tangentials, rather has taken all the time. For the millions of Ghanaians are now, Chief Justice. Then no more assemblea, the explanation what he intends to do with the confidence that Ghanaians had some time ago lost in the judiciary. How he intends to rebuild all of that. It looks like we are being denied that opportunity to be able to, as it were, assess the incoming Chief Justice. So as to be able to say that, well, this is where we have gotten to as a country. This is the man in the helm of affairs. And these are his positions on some of the issues of LGBTQ, death penalty, and all of them. I think that it will be interesting if the process had been allowed to proceed. Unfortunately, no. say a family and your imagine they are in to help all of us to move on.
But between the chairman of the committee, the minority leader, the majority leader, what do you see?
You see, yeah, a bit constrained. I think he's doing his best. But acquire the war in Colombia, fear. One wants the right things to be done. The other is doing everything to ensure that we don't allow the processes even to be carried through. I think that at some point, our best company authority to insist that he's not going to allow some of the obstructions any longer. I think that he should be a bit firmer, but technically,
so virtually,
very, very adept. And I think that even the majority leader, Ayariga, I've seen a different side of him today, and I think that after the ruling of the chairman, proceedings should have been allowed to carry through even before we call first break, coffee break. I think that Nanka was almost initiated the vetting process ab initio. So to say a funnel, and your margin is there, and then anything meaningful will have to be done in the or the faha, not the faha, or the siha, not the siha. I think, like you probably asking, maybe the chairman ought to be firmer than he is so far being.
Now, Sir Chairman, when you're firmer, why do you think he's not able to be firm? Is it that he's incompetent? Is it that he's afraid of the minority and majority groups? What might be the cause?
The competence of the chairman is not in question at all. I think that one of the stalwarts of parliamentary processes, and personally I admire him, but said the cano. Okonya Nkolambi, na ebino masamo bare change na. There comes a time you just need to stamp your authority and say enough. We are not going to detain any of these things. What is the worst that can happen? A side can decide on message a walkout, which in parliamentary processes is allowed. Of course, if somebody doesn't think that they want to be part of a particular thing, the laws of democracy allows. And see, maybe he should be just a bit firmer and insist that, well, we've done too many of the jandam jingoistic games, let's move to the business of the day. So, question is 5. Please stick within the 5. Follow-ups, 3 follow-ups, and stick within it. It should not be the case. Say, you better go and penny for share incoming Chief Justice, Bafo Boni. Penyimu ni monyamo for pa na yamana wabetnase na for hours. It's more of a side ego, a side chauvinistic tendencies, a side decision to either not play ball or be mischievous, whatever it is. I mean, you could clearly see that a side is not there for vetting per se, than to, as it were, frustrate the system. And I think that it gets to a point we should say enough, even as a people, because Wakofa Emran Numonyamo Fort is a Bafoboni. Now, for hours, yet Hona, yet in a Namunchain, and committee, be a Juma Nade. I'm not sure that is the forum for discussing what another committee did or didn't do. The forum is a straightforward one. It is a vetting committee forum. You are either there to vet or you are not. I think that the HR here, maybe Ghanaians are expecting chairman to be a lot firmer. Ubisami, I don't think he's done badly today, except that it gets to a point where you would want him to stop some of the jingoistic things. Now, proceed. 2 questions that you ask your questions. Only question that you can just defer to somebody else.
But Chairman, obviously, do you think said the minority in any case when Madame Tukunu as I come back to court, What about if see a baby vetting no approval, na court no edit to no semedia manual? What happens?
You see, Bobie, follow Parliament, Kakra. The court cannot stop Parliament from doing this work. Parliament, the Juma, what is before them is to vet the nominee. Why the Juma? If they need to give their approval, not court to be. And in the rule in Bassett was suspended Chief Justice. I think they can go and battle that one out in another court forum. But for now, we should not entertain that idea. Say, or see a China a court. Before Parliament can proceed with its work. The three arms of government, there will be absolute interference in their functionality or functions. I think the Parliament should proceed, do whatever they have to do. If now obviously on parliamentary processes and Parliament has violated something, Parliament will have lawyers that can go and defend themselves in court.
Yeah.
And I don't see the need at all to entertain those conversations for say and some be court into China court exhausted into 10 years in a court any processes. For evidence gathering, witness statements, and all of those things Parliament should not work. I don't think that the court is higher than Parliament. The people's representations have a duty to execute. Anything and then any power almost share to, as it were, vet the person. Say, indeed, or is suitable, not just by way of experience, but even mentally. Also, one of the things that some of the high offices, you should be mentally sound.
Yeah.
And sometimes vetting is not only to talk about school, our call, the places you have been, things you have done yesterday, but also to assess with general level of, mental astuteness and otherwise. Until they should proceed. Any court whatsoever, would have the power to say that there were processes before us and amount changed, holding in contempt of court. I don't think that the court would even make such an attempt on the people's representatives. They should proceed.
They should proceed anyway.
Whatever the fallout in court are, lawyers never call court na Parliament there. We should not use the court processes to frustrate it.
Anyway, thank you. I am saying we but quick to the main. Honorable Felix Kwacho Fosu, Minister of Information, actually within the week. He mentioned Nkukong Tenkete. He mentioned your friend is committee on TSO.
Voice no way chika krapa cheme.
But issue back raise a budget 2026 budget. On Thursday, Minister of Finance Eco Parliament. Na wakwako bobo mo edi achire Ghana mine COPEC more expectations from the finance minister for 2026 budget reading NSA
Bobie can say Thursday Yebeko Parliament Yebeko Kotie Honorable Finance Minister Ujaya my initial comments would be that ato to us, offer baby a cedi no to dollar no and now it gives you some confidence with fuel pricing. Again, offer not just the exchange, general inflationary pressures. It also gives you some confidence to say things are not going so bad at all. And the Honorable Atoforsen, Papabia and Van Kahuma Thursday, Mr. Petro 4, at the Petro di Juma or Crowe Mododono. Ebecanis and Quantuasos are Tuasona Sebi. Sorry, no. Na dollar in 17. na was a check go petrol so because importer no cover $1 million and $10 million cargo bar. And then 1:10 no, and answer 1:11 no poa da no. What it will mean is that when 110 million Ghana citizens, ultimately you have for 10 million cargo. Ocha could do 17 the same $10 million cargo no. When 170 million Ghana citizens, or check that 60 million no. Edi guso ema Ghana for. Enti Messi Subio, Honorable Ato Fortin, Ghana for do Sebi the petrol di juma there. Your expectation is ya metiti nyama Subia anka ho ama ya ato to asosa na fiscal policies here. Let me say modiegu e montene eni dwam. Ama sidi no. Etimi I hear what it has done. Bobie de atwene nkoso nie enka tete no anka obeka se aban foforo aba na things are bad because aban no craft no all settle ne ministers crop or monche obeka ya those were the excuses omobana enyama no eje omo. But you've seen for the first time in a long while a new government aba that instead of things to get from bad to bad or worse, you know, things move from bad to a little good or good. And there's not been the excuse that you buy and chair and they enter ye nyaman ye and timunya botrema. But they have, hit the ground running. And it's the first year, Yetimia recorded these impressive numbers. Who see the no, Yetimia appreciated by as much as 37% within a year. Menti we abakwasam in Ghana. Me 40-something years, Martina or May Wing. And whatever at 2000, whatever gold board, whatever the general fiscal architecture of this new government has been, no, I think that commendable so far. More of course, is it Gulliver or Oliver? They would always ask for more. More on the nyaya nanka city no etimi abedru 9 na 7 po. Now once the city moves, Bobie, the interesting thing is that anytime the city moves, your petrol price also moves.
I see.
The city no again here, it means that Ghanaians will be gaining in their pockets as far as how much they spend on petrol. So air concerned. In the area, say a Thursday. 12 frobia and meda petrol so near the Nkobacha there. Yes, it be a Thursday. Yankofa Sabe ECG in some one. And then when we say Oraj Napo, and Nabedi Richard Jan Menta. I try as far no. Yankofa ECG ka ebechengu Ghana for so said in the past no. ECG problems are better fixed at ECG level, not at petrol level. And Thursday they said okay, you know, say obibe na somo a legitimate Ghana for do a top petrol, copec for so be asomo ye. Because as we have always maintained, anytime petroleum product prices move, no, the general state of the economy would also move. A positive, a negative. Again, unconsolidated, also some of the gains now you're making up. It should not continue to be the case that and can be auto petrol 15 cedis a liter, and then turn between 11 and 12 cedis. And so the general cost of living within the country, particularly for goods and services, is still very high. Then I think that we have not been completely fair to ourselves. We expect the prices of goods and services a bit declining in response to the Biayako drone. But from the last one, Mejidi said offer your second train for gas processor. Buying this committee no. We are hoping that on Thursday, buying making some positive commitments. Na yenya train 2 not to also come on stream. Obeka yeko si atwabo processing. Now, many were not thinking, say, yield so many benefits. But, and then, one can so do is because the gas and do free hole. And imagine, say, processor 2, no, and our train 2, no, the kakrako shimu, develop it, nanka, a fit no, nanka, no, so has come on the stream, Bobie. The energy space will be a lot better. Not to lastly end, but to say that Tema Oil Refinery, when you are come back, the GDC watchere bobre kakra.
Yeah.
Aban no so normal koboano. So that enko yese oye bibia, but fameko na enko abobie. You can do all the good things, but maybe na crude kra wo kope abe refining no. Yes, if a commitment kakrabra wenya into na plant nakati ho. You hope Thursday something on the Temoyo refinery would also feature with the finance minister.
But quick one, answer na bekono. Issues about fiscal policies are or can wasem no. Among for raising concerns, ebinum, yes, I say Ghana Funtino, Obia Enko Benkrum. But when we talk about the one side of the argument, we look at the other side of the argument. Is it sustainable?
Yes, frog no, Ubehune length, as it's year 1 year way. Abino so far has not been out there borrowing, as far as we know. And can operate and now buying. The virtual budget near to needing a memopa, a hotel, and papa, all of them. If we are near the cap, and then yeah, the Jibitia. Yeah, Jibitia no so are there to help Ghanaians and Ukraine near Bedi. And now Obetia and say a cano, a sura, and echo. At least the first 1 year, Ghanaians cannot. Says that we've seen the recklessness now with the former government, and then hope he said the Oma are proceeding with gold board inflows coming in from the dollar perspective. It's stabilizing local currency, and almost 38 tons of gold from there. 21 was 19 and 1. It means that we are moving forward in the right direction. Mejiti said, back to the borrowing or the creditors forum, no. Anko Gigi Bisnia needlessly. Mejiti said they can afford to go no they can get party, no. I'm sure that 2026 will be even better than the year in 2025. Again, I see a external credit facility or minus also. Entire, in May 2026, now and also ended. But whatever it is that we do as a people, the fiscal responsibility, for the first 11 months of this administration seem to have been on track. And I think that Uchiro Kodua now where in America, I think that even if you don't like the government, you would agree that the kind of needless borrowing and 3 billion near 1 billion near we know aban buy and now so even with the resources that we have been able to generate within aban net media here PBA and the met me know DSC about petrol na nkesha at 15 cities and then I'm 12 it be on it 11 I think it's an improvement generally in the ato. The Thursday, when Yashri and Fan come out, on to us to say, we would appreciate him even more.
Who you are going?
I know you. I know you.
I know you, Papa.
I know you.
I know you.
No, Namin say Western region, and yet, but I think Ghana has not been fair to Bono.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yes.
To be honest with you,
yeah,
I think Ghana, both MPP, NDC, almost anye fair to Bono.
Papa.
I was sad. I was sad. So ono me busa me ho. Yeah. What do we say? yira 4 hours in a forest. As at anajo 10 na yenam goka forest mu ni ayira yira besi suma.
Wow.
Instead say enka yebe
Moba sampa no.
yeba sampa no yira ekosi suma anajo 10 and unim say forest no road no LED to Mayra.
I also the Mayra. And you lead mu to Mayra.
Ya yira akopie Mayra. Ye drew chromono na aka nipa be 2 pe. Also one very small town.
Community,
yeah, community nipa 2 pe na tia bonten ye gina ebusa omo. Omo catch say there is another road on there from 80 Kwanam Roberts. A year Juma Hopa because of Crocodile Cashew. Omo say friends Kokwan. Inti na esi ade ehu efa my ye no so de be pie another forest cra say unhu obia na ai drop kwa no de
any ways brekum sampa
ade
one fa wenchi de no so wa hu
there be
wenchi to sampa e be fa eno be fa mi krom wenchi nsoko sampa
ye no so
eno see terrible.
Oh ade ya
Kabra debia me ba na me say ya kwan na ye challenges me say bononum no akwan ye challenge serious challenges nti ne omo de aye no me say me kai say 2024 2020 president Mahama ba ho nti ofa akwan no bi so nti 2024 oba nsoko o te me tena ase na o say Ramsey say de mo kwan na asai kura o now it was even difficult so come to from Wenchitu and Soko. No say quite na say asay kra. But trust him. I'm sure say it will be dealt with. Say ya award this sunyane to Sampa as brekum to Sampa no. And it's under big push.
Sir, the fat drop no.
The fat drop no. So Sampa ne kofa suma e fa dam su fat drop. E kofa gene e ko brekum no. It has been awarded under big push.
Okay.
And the second batch of the book push is here went to Sampa. And also has been and yet to be awarded, but it has been approved.
Me no be share or Sampa. And I'm say a chronomo at Timnoa a yana nanum titikro. Sampa would di.
Yes.
A ya and it's some more mote conto kwana dia. Mibusa no. So what are they fighting for? The Ghana penny for a PP more contoquano. Omu state as Sampa Kronum.
Tikroni now could draw her.
Omu Tim Futromo. Omu Tim Futrom.
Yeah.
Sir, me koda suma. Enti na me said that a court nanti Sampa ko jina kwa onko to aduane me no omu dim komo. The only choba you say the best one me call by refufu ko by refufu or ko twi me ko no didi trans di komo. And I asked them, so why almost so kra no ade a Ghana penifo ye kru no monte ase. But you see hona cashew nyina
headquarters of area ho nyina obia tonic cashew ho na edeko se ho abe depot hona abrofo no di sika ba nti hona cashew center pa ewo.
Wow.
Even though other areas they say tiny banana wenchi so cashew no ho but obia cashew no ndodo no sampana edeko ansa na san firi ho aba so look ekwan we nti cashew bebre na hu no wo say ye export wo man we mo sa kwan no nyina so na efa nti there is no NDC no wo hwe cashew no ne bobre a e wo potential kura e chen koku
bebre
very good nti na ho nso na the hub sa enclave no wenchi bana time German North Germans ho na ye cashew no headquarters nti there are a lot of hidden resources there. Say quantum there is no economic road ewo man we mu chen sa kwan no
enti ye be ya na say dey because the other time me ko oti ena me fam ko dambai na chema o hwe ba bia bayire o hwe bayire na aguka mu aka kwan so especially rainy season.
Yep.
That was last year as last week. Now share Bayra Akakwaswa, Omde Bakra, no Mabeka Kwemina, pro.
A serious issue. I
don't know, baby, or mine, ye did free piano. You're penny for no just want the place to go waste.
Yes,
why?
About kind of a challenge.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, for instance, apart from cashew, no, Bayre, a brew, banchi, a rampant woho. You don't know pa, but a camurum.
Hey,
A camurum. So, a bois, and one, you know, can fuel inflation, no. Because no man I walk on, a way area hono. Time banner when chi, German of German, a cassa a bad German so a betty. Boss woman of them, but be brave, especially the artillery routes. One me concerns are quite getting a free hop back, a free farmlands and no bedroom. No, Nina senti, they can't even bring the Abaya see a big warehouse. Boadu, me constituency. A part of this a year and I use for school feeding your money, but buffer stock.
Yeah.
So they use it Northern Rural Growth Project. Time I buying NDC first, no. I mean NDC can you see big one or Rural Growth Project. Now it's a buffer stock warehouse. But baby a Bruno be free bano. A quan in your senti mema. So Bruno in me bar it will reduce the maize prices down because I a major we are overwhelmed. In fact, I buy an idea with this big push. But because of the sheer number of roads I say no, and your idea it me capture Nina. But we are hoping, say, I am just hoping.
Yeah, highway, no.
Ye maybe no crowd
highway
for the meantime. Ye maybe a nuntum for the meantime. Now, I think a crank a crea a war honors no. Ye nusu ye drape no, and find ye a pine and get one be. But how we know it be to my ever boy and pa.
Anyway, Munkafra pa. But them say, Moso more move through. More than internet. So I just asked myself, say, are they waiting to Munkamu Momuna Munya Seji?
Governor, you go so I'm say, yeah, breath for the last 8 years there, pa. But this time, any excuse.
Yes.
So I'm really I owe me. Yeah, NDC any excuse.
Yeah.
But thankfully, President Mahama any era a minister no minister for roads and because I realize it the importance of prioritizing area whole routes no. And saying this way, my way, yeah, new roads na
a car be
if you say near tia, misa reason tia, you free one seat. In 2020, I drew 11 seats in 2024. In 2016 election, we were between 2017, 2018, 19. There was one seat, but now. And your man, we are. And a bonofono say, ye di buzi and any party a chisa ye nyahui. And on muche mupe. And on mine 6. That was 2020. And on man PP. 6
because now first 4 years no one ya kwai no
oman ya hwe oman ya kwai no
no so okay we am first
munyi 6 na yema NDC for 6 years so monhwe
very good Abiba
and they realize NDC was not in power
very good
and they called 2024 election so between 2020 I am almost 6 seats no e kwai no tete ya fe the offer sokora enye ye nko mo man 12 out of 12
Allah
bibi ne si German staff
and
a done ye and our mama 11 out of 12 so you cut round the way back now you have quantity say they will reverse it because bono for no o mama to no very dynamic
omo reverse so mu di yo
yes because omo di MPP a chomo hu hwe
as to whether say MPP so omo reverse na MPP be ba ya mom
that's the challenge is say MPP nye and this is the opportunity say yeah, and this year, Bono for no more. It is done. Bono will be like a voter region. Because it's a party no why you're doing papa because I'm for big expectations, especially about our roots. Say yeah, and this year I'm telling you, say Bono, a bear to say Oti. any voter region.
Only I want to adapt me bar sampan me person me adapt suma sampan area as my second home or my third home. Me second home here voter region. And everybody know. That's ever say
say or your second home.
Me pam tomorrow. Me ya pam since
me we apprentice. Me apprentice.
Me pam tomorrow.
Me apprentice. Commander one, me apprentice for why?
Me see e work sum bono. Akwa ni yo.
Ya samo.
Hey.
Ya samo.
Me be some say trouble for one year day. How do they survive?
I know you call Suma my hene last 2 weeks. Suma Edi festival ho. Nti Council of State member Nana Suma my hene. Nti my Council of State for no be buy. Dem ma me beti mo dirus na di kan. On do mo chi buy. Na ono offer wenchi nsoko ene de buy.
Okay.
O buy no ene o ka che Nana ne say another route out because no offer so buy any dey ontimi mfa so biom
ayo
nti o person offer hako and I say ne say me si dan ma o na e ha dey no e chen we no
oh
the thing is that terrible
terrible
but thanks for that portion ne dey have been approved and awarded nti contract no crash start also
yes sir no yes man
aka ne fa
Nsoko there.
Double the na awarded.
No.
Double up to Brekum. I can't hear fan soko ebefa wenchi no.
Then your friends if you sunyan kru no airport area hon akwai ni nyina.
Fire na
8 years no mo yede.
Me nua say ba ha na the ni nyina ni nkamfo nyina ne say how will a region 10 from 11 to 1 11-1 no, 10 no 11-1 bio. It is because of Sanyoma na
11 wonders.
Yes, Sanyoma na e koso no. And na mo 10 no mo ho sa no because they did not educational infrastructure, health infrastructure, roads, electrification. Me use me constituency as typical example. NDC John Mama 1 John Mama Atamel John Mama and John Mama no. We sent 48 communities and a wire into the electric way. Power grid, electrification, 48 communities.
I see.
But within the 8 years, not even one, not one was added. We built schools. Within 8 years, not one school was built. Roads, no. And they did not just lose. And it's almost in a parliament, I know, Omar say, Rick Marone, sir, shenanigans way when power. No. The people there vote based on their conscience and what they see. And we have one formula for winning elections. That formula is give the people the development that they need.
That's all.
Give it to them.
And
the social media, those radio stations are used to do propaganda. It's no more working.
Of course.
Because what they know it before it comes to the radio station.
Okay. I say social media and
so do the development. Your development send the president Mahama Afras here and there. Oh yeah, na ye kodu na ye nkrofo na nka se odi asisi ano no. Ye bia kwan no development no koso a. Forget it. It's the reason why Bono turned.
Anyway, ye bompa ya mamo. Mamo akwaba, mama honorable Haruna akwaba. Haruna akwaba.
Enua
bokode
nyame adom amoye papa
that's it. But Honorable Ramsey, I mean starting with you, and then now we are looking at Ralph Felix Fosukwache. It will be a very busy week. Looking at a net report at National Security Council plane crash report. No, what now we are expecting say on my media briefing. Omuvia Wednesday nkukwankete lunch koso ewo Kumase Ashanti region omuvia Thursday budget so baso so week no so packed we know, but one conversation I mean say and echo across the CJ nominee vetting process, and now I'm for him whether say a vetting or say a debate time we don't know, But Amanfo raising concerns. Even some of the NDC supporters feel like Honorable Ahiafo, he's not firm on the delivery. Meaning so I follow up. Meaning be crab and no bana would team other lawyers. Now you do and come but say when you are work it out. However, process Koso. We spoke to a lawyer Bobie Ansah, and he was telling us that yes, looking at NDC numbers, they can just go ahead, do whatever they want to do, vet the CJ nominee, and if possibly approve him. Na yanko. But we am Rasabagani, Mammy Mount.
Yo, that's me. Medicain. You didn't come on the answer, Machiao, Namachia Haruna. Yeah, and a tier for 80. Any even your more I feed in a pitching chimney. I mean, I cost of parliament in the so share Afro barometer survey, ye fa parliament home, ye fa and you be brave. We are trying to redeem ourselves because ye image, and ye for our bunting. Ne kesi nyina afi agent appointment committee enyoma ekoso appointment committee nipa bebre ani nje ne ekoso woro ho I think say edruba bi kura ma yesterday pagya nkonwa e wo ho e ma ne ye ntokwa enti we are trying to redeem ourselves me free workshop ayeye no Lisa for heads of for leadership of committees or parliament about how to do the ye be ye adwuma yie enti adwuma yie ne demonstrating wo Parliament or no. I mean, me say there were 3 arms of government. A co-equal arms of government, and we must give respect to each one of the arms. And this I respect the Edema President, and Edema Speaker of Parliament. I was says this I respect, Emma Chief Justice. For the whole Chief Justice to come and sit for 2 hours. Now somebody want to score on a political point in tea. It became a banter. Now, if Yvette and Okrade have been relegated to the background, it was a shame. It was an eyesore. Now, if we say 9th Parliament with Frasia, you will have your marking a minority leader. He's becoming a nuisance on the appointment committee. Now, Jano Amana a nuisance.
Oh, how?
Yes, and
how?
He's become a nuisance because. Or you see appointment committee as a tool for press conferences and as a tool to settle political scores outside the appointment committee.
What do you mean? Typical examples?
Yes. And Enyoma Okofa Baye, appointment committee had no locus or the motion about parliament. Say, because obi the Assembly court, enti, Emayam vete the nominee of the appointment committee. The Chief Justice. What the motion bar, motion must be moved. It must be seconded. It must be debated. Here we come either by vote or by decision of the speaker. Yeah, debate to motion, we have gone through all the processes. The motion have been defeated. So motion you defeated, you come by a decision of the speaker. You come by a substantive motion. You don't go to an appointment committee and know your appendage of government, parliament. Appointment committee and so in parliament plenary. You don't go to parliament and go and appointment committee, go and raise the same issue. No one make a statement say, Nipa na covet no or ye disputed. Until the word disputed, I say. Until on the personal issues are what the former Chief Justice Assembly to say any baby, nasem no, different from parliamentary duties. And look, he comes to appointment committee and then start asking nominees. Where is your house located? What has that got to do with appointment personnel?
But we just say encounter. And I say account, but you think it's needless.
It is needless. It is needless. Just watch him on the appointment committee. Just watch him. He just wastes time. You see, ya allow no. When we say uma kwan ma nyoma bi koso a, ebedu ba person stop on na yeden. Empen bebre ene ewura Mahama yarga. Na adwen say sa nyoma ekoso no. It's nuisance. Hadwin a waste your time. Bibia ni standing orders we mu a. Emma ekwan say minority leader give an address from the beginning, or majority leader give an address.
In Argentina, chairman, yes, sir.
It's become a practice. You see, if something becomes
so, which means even the more chairman he's not able to read. He's not able to read in between the line, knowing who Afenios is.
You see,
and knowing that the CJ is sitting there. Why should you even just trigger that?
You see,
confusion
under normal circumstances, and with a very reasonable minority leader, Parliament is about consensus. Parliament is about not just the decision making, but the opinion of the minority. And a parliament, a super majority parliament. And if you don't manage, chair any committee, maybe committee I may also know. 17, 12 ANDC 4, 5 AMPP 4.
Wow.
So we can decide not to take any view from them. We can take the decision. But that doesn't strengthen parliament. Yeah, the end of and ordinarily,
but what was to believe is that MPP deserve that.
Ordinarily, meaning
the way they behave.
Yes, ordinarily. Say speaker no makwine, say minority leader give an open remarks. That is like a way of building democracy. But I agree with you. Looking at Obia, unreasonable minority leader like Afenyomak, he doesn't deserve that courtesy.
Because this is not in the first time.
Yes. He doesn't deserve that courtesy. Looking at the where he was going with the statement now, Omekeno. Media ene, you want listen, vetting starting. I mean, say minority will not take part in the vetting.
Not you say basically.
I knew very well. In fact, I told one of my colleagues when we were following on what they were doing, because even when the workshop was going on, I had put my phone on Parliament website to be able to follow what was going on because of statement. I don't know, make it say the vetting will not come on, the vetting will not come on. So we were following. Or starting the shenanigans and those tactics. Let me say they were doing all those things to walk out. Enunti, yemramuno. So we raise the issue.
Virtually, what can I say? The appointment committee chairman has given the MPP reasons to walk out.
No. I knew, say, they didn't want to take part in the vetting.
But say no, when you know the man na kofa we abent omo ko kan si ama omo anka omo asem.
Ghana for nyina hwe it came live. Obi ahwe bi. Enti we nya say ko hwe ye be kan say we no man you. Obi adam ni oman ye. Ena you if you make a statement say it will not come on today, it will not come on tomorrow. Now was Emma so, but he has not got that power. Enunti they didn't say they won't take part in the event. They didn't want to take part right from the word go. But you must give them the benefit of the doubt. And enona yura ahian for no. Yura ahian for ne style. Different from Kwabena say what you ha.
You have a point.
Say me te wa ne meye. Obi ane ne dimina. Ono ne style no different. You see, one of the most democratic people I've ever met in my life, or appointment committee report to bar. He allowed for minority view. But who said minority disagreed? This is their view. In the report, entire very detailed. Kwabena, a source document for young Kwala to come and learn it tomorrow. And to say unreasonable Afenyomak in a chair. We would set a bad precedent of Parliament. And they Ghana for who say MPP in society. Say no motieno, sa no motie. In fact, they have become worse, more agitated. Every day they keep getting agitated, and that they have worked out more than their number.
Very confrontational.
Meanwhile, you see, they are limited. And now, and Tokwani see or Parliament or appointment committee, nobody mentioned minority. You say Parliament of Ghana, or more Kontokwa. The image of Parliament.
Minority.
Yes. Enya numpo ye be ye majority ye betting ya almost omonti ase ma ye
ombebubu
yeah, I remember.
That is the strategy they wanted to adopt today. Give them the opportunity to speak, and you were speaking and you went tangential, and a majority that came wagin said that be baby no nam no e ho nyenya honet nya sa netie o si hey onti ase enti for me they should have walked out earlier to save us all the noise. Because they have already prejudiced their mind, say they didn't want this man to be vetted. And it is an eyesore. enya de pa ene ehu ye. But for me, their workout is good because now follow the appointment committee. You will see the questions. Toma papa no because you can say nimdia. Yeah, side ho ye nimdia no. Enuru omode no nuru ya de na kete. We are the only party who can go to parliament, who can be in parliament by ourselves. Say fourth republic is starting no. NDC and still criticize ourselves. Yeah. Still voted against Rawlings policies. Still managed to hold the sanctity of parliament. Even when MPP were there and we had minority, we were there. Even when we were 137, look at what they were doing. And the MPP in a super majority were. Look at what they would have done. Meaning, say your supporters say TA no kase. Ni MPP you know. I was say you did pure moka. But what is the meaning of the word reset? To reset the institutions. And the President Mahama committee say, let's do the right things. Until for the next 4 years, 3 years, academy. See, and me on fa a new man to 2 year man year Ghana democracy way The best bet for us is President Mahama because he is not going again. Because he has got the responsibility to fix the mess and grow with critique.
And leave a legacy.
A lasting legacy for all of us. And the next person to take over cannot deviate from it. But say you did once in a way,
Harun, I'll come back to my honorable, but who follow proceedings? What do you see?
Michel honorable, Michel commander, Michel TF4 H4, Michel Bia. Commander, we share our democracy, your practice or my Ghana since 1992. I shudder to say, the second coming of MPP has made Ghana useless ever in the history of democracy practice in this country. We say we share the democracy we practice in this country since 1992. After Jerry John Rawlings, after John Ajakum Kufuor, after Mills Mahama administration, the second coming of NPP led by Nana Akufo-Addo has made our democratic dispensation so useless to the extent that we don't know where we are headed and how we got here. A lot of times, also the 8th and 9th Parliament, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of the 9th Parliament and of the 8th Parliament of Nana Akufo-Addo. You also, if you listen to Che Mensa Bonsu, if you listen to, I'm talking of the leaders in the past, if you listen to the speaker today, if you listen to Kumbo, if you listen to J.H. Mensa, if you listen to Omubaye as minority leaders, majority leaders, and son of this particular guy, Afenyo Markins, leading NPP today as minority leader and yesterday as majority leader, you would have nothing to write home about but arrogance of his person. I don't know the posture, I don't know how or assume, but it appears say nipa ensusu bebia say obedru na okodru hwa na ebefa no so. He has no expectation to have gotten where he is today. So ojimi keke, he doesn't know how build the consensus in parliament. And I don't know where he got that practice from. Because you will see Chairman Sabonsu disagreeing at the preliminary, but at the end of the day, they will arrive at consensus. To that extent, it tells you how leadership quality that we need in parliament. Afenyo Markins has made, Afenyo under Afenyo Markins, NPP has turned into a pressure group. It has lost attraction in the public domain. Nobody loves NPP. And when I was coming, Niko Jina baby, Omu Afenyo Markins, Eshasia, Mr. Chairman, and people. No musre. There's some people. Somebody was even mimicking. Chairman, Seke and Fanta. Oh, big boys na mekano. And what is this? Obedru baby no see Bonafide. And anipa kuno Syria. What is that? Who reduce penny for to say? Omo members of parliament and yum before. And you, this small boy, you will come to prove to everybody, say, who ninyansa. I don't get it.
That is why he inherited from Jose Chairman Sabonsu grammar.
But even so, the man Chairman Sabonsu knows how to build consensus. That's the leadership we want. And Afenyo Marcus, if you ask me, okay, has no leadership quality to lead even a pressure group, not even members of parliament. And I don't see why MPP would allow him to lead them. Okay, Papaya, your friend saying, okay, Kwe, Central, and Asaf, MP, no.
Patrick Boama.
What did Patrick Boama say about Afenyo Markins? Or say at this point, we don't need Buga leader. We need a leader who will carry all of us along. We need a leader who will listen to reasoning voices. But Afenyo Markins, you come and sit down. The only thing you do is to use your office to make money and enrich yourself, and you think that is leadership? Look, listen to Joe Wise and Minua Sohini. Listen to them. You will see power, and you will see the exhibition of arrogance. You will see authority.
Question, Musabi.
So sometimes if you're way more and you cast your mind back in the past and what happened, nobody will even respect your friends and say, your friend Afenyo Markins. I'm telling you, nobody will respect him. Oh, sorry, I know we are going to say we wouldn't him. We are where? The man in question, the chairman in question knows how leadership should be respected. And how you should carry everybody along. Sana Honorable Eka, he could stamp his authority. But Etoda, when you have the authority and the power, you don't need to exhibit it for people to interpret it for you to understand. No, let the people outside know understand to understand. Say, oh, Papai, oh, you be a.
You need to be measured.
You need to be measured in every approach. But Afenyo Markins, you want see over my dead body. I will never sit the minority seat. I will never, over my dead body, I will never be a minority. I will never, say, I will honum. Free, so you need to be measured as a leader. Let people judge you by your actions. But all of this, Minua, what brought about this press conference that is so-called under appointment committee? It is about how we build relationships and consensus so that people will know how your issues are chained out for other people to contribute and address it together. Meanwhile, what is it about? Araba tokono. Eye politics. And a politics no. Eko di no. Mra. Na di no. Enye NDC. Na di no. Mra. Mami kanu ye na wonti.
Emra na achi no.
Na bi. Ma na di no. What you say? Mami kanu sa. Na bi. Mami kanu ro no bi anti ase. What you say? You see say. Oni mra na di e o. Honorable. Oni mra na di e na na di no. What do you say? So the issue in contention has to do with the leadership of the judiciary. The president of the Republic of Ghana is not a lawyer, and the law is respected, and nobody is above the law. So under no circumstance should you fault NDC nor John Dramani Mahama, the president, because he has followed due process as the law prescribed. Yes, ma unkofa aban sika edi wukuno ana wumpna etu kwan. Wo yesa woni mra no bedi. Nanso no woni mra ne di na edi wa. Enye John Dramani Mahama.
Mra no bedi. There's a very few.
So this is the thing. Now Afenyo Martins is telling us, say the action of Araba Tokono was justifiable. Say you can take public funds and do whatever we did and get away with. You can't do that. You cannot. The law prescribe how you should travel, who you should travel, when you should travel, and how you do it. So once you have grievances beyond the measure of your own rules, then what it means is that the constitution comes to play. We were in this country. You can say Charlotte Osei, misappropriated funds, procurement breaches. Simple. Na sa time na ye no onu na oni kuno na moja ni ne hunam na onye oni supporters na NDC for ni ho. Now what did we do? Yes, we allowed the course to take its natural journey so that everybody will get to understand that, say, what happened is the law the NPP applied.
And the law
is the law.
Is the law.
The law is the law and is the law. So whatever Afenyo Martins wants to do should be where? Should be the law courts, not in parliament. These are three different institutions. So you have every right to take the case to parliament. You have every right. Yes, if the law says that you have no right to be heard in the your friend saying parliament house, it's the same thing that you have no right to even raise the same thing at the committee level. You cannot do that because the committee is an appendix.
Yes.
So how on earth would you be quashed? Your issues or your grievances are quashed at the preliminary, and then you will now turn around to come and hold press conference for the entire nation to hear you. To what? Just to score political. No, it's as simple as ABCD. Afenyo Martins is taking Ghanaians for a ride, given the fact that you give him the opportunity to be part of the committee, and you want to use the committee to score a political point. It's uncalled for, and we will never and herefore today take it from us. Say, do not allow that dude to take Ghanaians, not you, honorable and herefore. We will not take that for a ride. How come? How on earth? Meanwhile, today as we speak, Araba Tokono is home watching. Her own deeds is what has come for after her.
But Haruna, mame, sa question we met Tuama honorable. Then I'll come back to you. Because and then me so I will let you guys have a very good conversation.
No problem.
But I'll come back to him. But Honorable Ramsey, Mame Musawi, whether Tokonu case, whether Charlotte Osei case, when you pick NDC MPP,
Loretta Lamte.
Loretta Lamte,
yes,
had same issues.
Oh, sir, Shiraj boss.
Shiraj.
On one be, you know.
Asa Mahama. MPP na your friend saying Wakufo Adabi MPP na petition ye Emma na Mahama yi no di.
Yes.
Shiraj boss. Yes.
But the
Richard Niama na petition ye MPP.
Yeah. But the most popular cases is with Charlotte and Tokono.
Yes.
Would you say both MPP and NDC approach to these two females right?
Minia, the law is the law. The law, it doesn't matter whether you are a male or a female, whether you are black or red. Say, Yebeka Bribia, Emra, Emma Meshaloto say, Asemba. Everybody went back to watch what was going on. It played out. Whether it was right or wrong, the president said he used the law. The same thing. And I am Mami Charlotte or say, Mami Arabatokono. Me say Beka because of the agenda.
No, any agenda no make but that so the issue is not about the gender matter, but the approach. You are more free office.
Yeah, the constitutional provision is stating what should be done when issues of that nature.
So today you agree with MPP on Charlotte was saying?
You see, that is the essence of democracy. Me, as I sit here, I have never agreed with the procedure because not because of me Charlotte say, but they never gave her the opportunity. President Mahama, Edima, Emame Tokonono.
Oh, okay.
When the petition came, the person is supposed to see the petition. As we speak now, I say we need who and who are the petitioners.
Really?
Yes. Do you know who and who petitioned for the removal of Charlotte Osei?
Yes.
But what does the Constitution say? Constitution say you must even transmit charges with NIPA a petition too. But this particular case, all the constitutional provisions were followed. It's not about the substance. Somebody may not be happy with the removal of Tokonu. Omizu will not be happy with the removal of Charlotte Osei. But you must follow the procedure. Who follow the procedure and it comes to the conclusion, nobody can blame you. And that's what President Mahama has done. You have followed all the steps. If at any of the steps, like a call, Council of State, and answer a call, any of the steps, and they can say, okay, you establish prima facie, and President Mahama, as a Democrat as he was, you have. But when they found that she has infringed upon the Constitution, it didn't matter. Me, I disagree with people who say, Charlotte Osei, just procurement breaches, and yet her core functions. No. When we give you an opportunity to manage an organization, the Public Procurement Act is an act of parliament. So every act that you break, you are breaking a law. And Semrano say, you can't travel with state resources for your family members when they are not public officials. Now, you have broken the Public Financial Management Act. And whether you broke the PPA or PFMA, the most important thing is, did we follow the rule? In Araba Tokono, every step of the rule was followed.
I see.
Yes, but in Charlotte Osei, a most critical step of who are the petitioners were kept away from her. And that is what people speak about, not the substance of say but quite fast or Charlotte Osei, did you see her go to High Court?
No.
Did you see her go to Appeals Court?
No, but you're not a personal decision.
Yes, I'm coming to the personal decisions. All the courts were there for her to do. But when a former Chief Justice decide to go headwing against the state, against the very law, so protecting law now. If I were the one to former Chief Justice, Tokunu Efwa, and can this approach?
But the law can be misapplied.
Yes, so she has the right.
Yes.
She has the right. She has even gone to ECOWAS.
Yes.
So she has the right. But if I were the one I'm Tunifua. And from the beginning. Because you see, per what she has done, she has lost every opportunity of her benefits. No. From the beginning, the moment the committee is set up, there was nothing that you could do. A lot of things happens in politics. You could have said, yes, set your soul.
But sometimes it's not about personal benefits, it's about integrity. If she feels like the image has been damaged, he needs to redeem herself. She needs to restore her integrity. So she would rather leave the personal benefits and fight for the integrity.
A lion, what to meet your forest ho. But maybe a lion boom. There are days that or had their night. You could have fought for this integrity without being confrontational, without this publicity, this negative publicity. So you see, any students of politics, students of law will ask, what is going on? It will revise. Oh, mamena, you say, order ne yere, ene kunu, ene neba, etu kwany, oye we, no. And this discussion will continue going, but it could have been done in another way. And for me, I'm not against the use of the law in taking away any constitutionally appointed person, but it must go through due process. And the distinction between the two is that Charlotte Osei issue, due process was not followed. This one, we have every stage of court of a because it's also stated clearly, say it should be by in camera. She knew it and came say it should be telecasted, but the law doesn't allow that. She lost. She went to this court. She lost. She went here. She has gone to ECOWAS. It's not working. Now, nothing prevents the president, because there should never be a vacuum in our judiciary hall. So nothing prevents the president from nominating somebody. One nominee, nothing, absolutely. And be any Ghana, I bet me stop parliament from doing its work. And even the Chief Justice, Otana panel so, and that panel ruled that Supreme Court cannot stop Parliament from doing its constitutional duty. So why do you then come to here and say, oh no, sir, nipa, or in panel nipa, no, I can't panel no, to give this ruling a case for students of law to learn. Or no, na also because somebody have gone to court. And say, Master President will Koswa. Anytime any issue comes to Parliament, somebody will go to court and say, I have taken Parliament to court, so Parliament should not take a decision. Now, and for me, I have no problem with procedure if I so no. I had a problem, and then the outcomes. I had a problem with Kwanya Faso, you shall to say. But she played it graciously. Have you ever seen people discussing Charlotte Osei again in any negative manner? No.
But she took it in good faith.
Until this woman tell us what at all is the issue there. Or what is the marriage of convenience between you and your man and you? I don't get it, Governor.
I'll come back to you. But Alaji, when you say Kobasa o enko kono Charlotte Osei wea odi de be to be afanisa na Emma ye timid people that one day ye di Charlotte Osei no ya also ye din enka toko no nye din one day obi be catch us Haruna usu ye din
onim
tell me
Misha se me de kan catch you say fiti Jerry John Rawlings ekopem John Dramani Mahama first time as president. We've never had anybody who rubbished, who punished democracy like Nana Akufo-Addo. Everybody meaning Ghanaian in this country etu Nana Akufo-Addo for say baby o namno you are setting a bad precedent. Charlotte Osei so one Jano now set a bad precedent. The country democracy will turn into like a football match, a football team where everybody who is going for election will go with only the referee, and the referee is the EC chair. What do you say? One jinaho one tie nyansa for F2 o selecti onwani your friend saying EC chair to go and do election 2020. What do you say? Now, Usha, this same particular issue about who want to undermine our constitution. Nana Akufo-Addo, Eshasie, unim. Oshasie from the constitution, trying to rewrite our constitution. Under Akufo-Addo, we saw how certain laws were changed. Certain constitutional mandated institutions were shortchanged. Ishi chair, a independent body.
Yes.
It has never happened since 1992. Akufo-Addo Baya, only first president to have tampered with an independent mandated constitutional body. He's the first person. I've been see that.
No, but was it illegal? Yes, the process is there. But is it true that the law allows you to easy chair, you be chief justice, does the law, even the president, does the law allow it?
The law through a process, a clean, transparent process.
So which means maybe we may have issues about the process with Charlotte Osei, but in law, it's not like EC chairperson and as a chairman is untouchable.
We are saying that.
But the moment the process,
we are saying that
it's not done right.
Meba, Afarijan, any problems? Afarijan, any problems with Akufo-Addo? A friend saying Kufo. In 2004, when you have problems with Afarijan, but Afarijan wan pamono. Anka Kufo pa, anko betima concoct. Omu ye kura as petitioners to say sana na Akufo-Addo ye. To pave way for him to sack him, but onya botre. My process no and nobody heard anything about and as a yeah Haley your friend saying Afarijan say he's the best EC chair ever and yes na no yano and ha amount even under NDC no problems for him. But what did we see? We saw leadership and exhibition of talent when it comes to managing crisis. Let me so if Akufo-Addo tempered with the constitution where he decide to change holidays, okay, and to decide again to rewrite the history of this country with the majority that he had in parliament, I don't see what he can do under what Mahama cannot do with this supermajority. If that is the status quo, that you decide, Mahama has not even come to the constitution. So one shall say be rewriting the history of this country. But Nana Akufo-Addo did that. After Mahama has tried to reset whatever wrongs Nana Akufo-Addo has done. Since 1992, nobody has tampered with our constitution apart from Akufo-Addo. And that's why I'm telling you, say, irreparable damage caused by Nana Akufo-Addo in this country is where your friend saying Tokono is facing now. It's not Mahama, it's a constitution. And Nana Akufo-Addo is the person who set the precedent. And so we are talking about precedents and what the implications are. Sure? One, Nana Akufo-Addo made it possible for your friend saying Speaker Bagbin not to function proper. He's the only person under Speaker Bagbin somebody can come. And yet, Nana Akufo-Addo era, na minim says Speaker Bagbin is number 10 most important person in this country. Speaker Bagbin needed to tell the whole country, say, me number 10 most important person in this country, repeatedly, all the time, simply because Nana Akufo-Addo want to rewrite the history, and as Speaker Bagbin say, Mimpany. To the extent, say, opacy law in Parliament, and he says that the Parliament House or the Parliament legislature is their own master of their laws. Nana Akufo-Addo ubwa o fa echire eko tukono ho say ma on passy ma jai say tukono na tukono ni nyina o koduru ha obewu
It's our brother.
Okay, because tukono
tukono just
Be clear.
araba tukono tokodu ana tokonu mas omuduru ko omu ha ombe
Correct.
baby ombe koratu omu under Mami, Nana Akufo-Addo made Constitution of the Republic of Ghana useless under the auspices of Tokono, and that is why Tokono had to face this law, and that is why Oba not to stamp on her authority to say the law is the law, irrespective of the type of noise you make, say a drum noise, a sung noise, a say noise. The law is the law. Whether gumbe noise or what have you, the law is the law. Yet see, but when the law is biting you, let the whole country understand why the law is biting you. Nana Akufo-Addo has made our democracy limping till today. That Mahama is here to reset simple because Nana Akufo-Addo has messed it. But what are we talking about? We are talking about Mami Tokono and how she misconducted herself. Let's not deviate from the fact that Mahama did not sack Tokono. Mahama did not sack her. It's the law that is dealing with her. So why are we making it look as if
everybody will tell you that the law and dealing with Charlotte Osei?
That's what. So what has changed?
Procedure.
So what has changed?
Me challenge with
So what has changed? No. So what has changed? Now they are telling us that Charlotte Osei office is not as important as the Chief Justice.
No, not the office.
That's what they are saying.
Charlotte Osei as a human being
It's not important.
as important.
Yes.
That's what they want to tell us.
Plus even so Muka say the judiciary is independent. One on the last comment was it the judiciary is independent. The say is this and all that.
But
you can use you can use all types of jargons, but the law is still the law. So let's look at it critically and then analyze it. How you discussing today's issues? Look, why is it the first time minority walks out? Is it the first time?
No.
Under Akufo-Addo, it has never happened. Even with the brains that you could look. Parliament has no.
But they work out on their own budget.
Yes, even their own budget.
They worked
out.
Left the budget.
So is it news?
So
it's never new. So if
when they were in power,
yes,
when they were in power,
yes,
they worked out on their own budget.
The 99 wise men who went to Akufo-Addo, they refused. They didn't sit in Parliament. The 99 wise men, and even with the 99 wise men, a lot of them are still suffering under the bad leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo. Eugene Ahi is still suffering. The leader of the group 99 wise men, Papa, went to me lawyer. Eugene Ahi, sorry. He's still suffering. Your friend saying, Papa,
okay.
Lawyer no. Onusu Nana Akufo-Addo made sure. Apia Kube. Anybody who stood against Nana Akufo-Addo tyranny was hurt along the way. So, Commander, this is a clear manifestation of resetting of the agenda Mahama brought for Ghanaians to enjoy. Look, let's not forget, the resetting include the exchange rates. Today, what is the exchange rates? Let's remind Ghanaians. The resetting is very key. What do you say? The resetting include the foreign exchange reserves. It include that. The resetting include what? Inflation rate for the first time in the year of 2020. Yeah, single digit inflation da. It includes that. Let Ghanaians not forget this. Let Ghanaians understand today. A bro, Boto 300 Ghana cedis. Let no Ghanaian forget. I'm telling you for a fact. It's 300 Ghana cedis. I am telling you, me toye. I am telling you, me toye. Me. Na mi to ye bro boto ye 300 Ghana cedis.
Where cocoa sack ni bi.
Enu na me kanu 100 Ghana 300 Ghana cedis. Let nobody be deceived that whatever is happening under resetting agenda and koko kitty meba.
So how come we are buying 5 cedis?
You see, that's why Ghanaians need mental resettings, because we are forward marching people, backwards never. But in as much as we are running an open economy, there is that need for us to also have a mental resetting as Ghanaians. No, you can't charge me 100 Ghana cedis to go to Kumasi because fuel is 20 cedis per liter. Now fuel is back to 12 cedis and you are still charging me 100 cedis. It doesn't make sense. So it's greed. Ghanaians need to reset our minds. Attitudinal change is what will set Ghana. And John Dramani Mahama has made it possible for you and I. Today they are talking about importation has become cheap. Ghanaians are talking about imports. That you can go to China and bring goods within 30 days and clear it with the same amount of dollar you left behind.
I see.
Elsewhere you couldn't do that. The cities was under what? Slaughterhouse. Ready to be killed. So let's look at it. The resetting is key. Mayanka and we see a time where Araba because Araba is waste, Araba is gone, Araba will never come back again.
Mabeke says Tokoni is gone forever.
Finish.
So Afenya Markin and his mini micro minority should continue bleeding. Nobody cares. So last point on this, then we move to Nkukokitenkiti issue.
Yeah. So generally, President Mahama, Wababi Dao, when President Mahama took over in 2013. No, President Mills. When President Mills took over, now Chief Justice Oho. Oh, so obedient in second Chief Justice no. Obi am fat in Sanka no. One know Chief Justice no. Is it Georgina Woods?
Yeah.
Because or transferred from Kufuor to President Mills, President Mahama, and Mreso.
Yeah.
Nobody touched her.
Yeah.
Bisa who say, "Eye den, and away." Mame Araba Tokunu, Eye den, ena Mkrofo enya ne ho asem. Look, she was the head of the judiciary. Enti over lower court na besi high court wa. In all the cases, no, anko any kangaroo court. In all the cases, it all went to a court wa. Ye ma me na ankasa eda no. Enunti clearly ono ani colleagues a ono mo ho. Petitioners are a petition by ejidi say enyoma no mo so waye no waye. If you say court no da no, not long before that no da court na no. Enunti so onye ya so sumfidie papa eho abo na yi no. O seti president papa enti ono mo te court ho ono mo te judicial service ho no. All of them agreed because cases no baby efaye anybody on the cases nyina call all of them agreed say maame no she's wa enyoma na waye no emfamra kwan no wafomra no enti I like the point I mean Haruna make you know President Mahama nye hwi asane ba ya wo say kema refer matter na ma council of state mun ko hwem council of state mo so asem we no asem wo ho nti okay say mo say asem wo ho dia and e ma settle up a team, a committee. Say committee don't go him. Committee are calling him. And the recommendations I'm a president. Say President Mahama cry and take a decision now. Or no boom so. Because this is the constitution for all of us.
Yes.
Enti yes enti me nkoyi president obe boom so. Or no onye obi boom so. Enti also de mra no eye adwuma. E no de mra na eye adwuma. And this we a member of parliament. Now we doing say near aircon enkoyi ma you have remedy. That remedy it's not always on the floor of parliament. You would have fenyo marking Korea. Ono na. Yeah, speaker. used to what is in the constitution? Like I said, 3 MPP MPs, any one independent candidate across the carpet. 1 have crossed carpet to the NDC. 3 of them have crossed carpet from MPP up to independent, and they forfeit their candidature, which has been applied before by Eurokwe. You would have me echo yes idea no. E why na fenyo mark 11 AM. Wadru High Court. E wadru Supreme Court. Supreme Court wa what do asem ko ha. Etim di bosumi miensa, bosumi 9, bosumi du. Afi ti say 11 na yemfre ye no. Within 2 hours na Supreme Court afre. Why na frey Ewura ya mame Araba Tokunu. So she made herself a political chief justice. Look, everybody should go and Google Sosu. You know Sosu. He made it, Francis Xavier Sosu. He made a statement when he was arrested. Said, "Oh yeah, demonstration." He said, "If you make yourself a political chief justice, you'll be dealt with as such." This woman became like an appendage. And he truly, she's not fit for purpose. You're supposed to be impartial. She doesn't look like she's impartial. She's too partial. Let's face facts. She's not fit because even Nipa or no more they don't trust and believe in her. And it's the reason why every issue or
is this something you know you have heard or maybe you have evidence?
No, me evidence and they say or pay the same way they are court. Or they are called several courts in Ghana. All the courts have turned against the decisions, you know. And it tells you clearly, say, Nipo no moye ajuma e wo court home to GD say she's not fit to occupy that position. And the law is the law. And you mean I or no one catch it. No matter what you do, the law is the law. So no matter what Afenyo Macken does, the law is the law. And there is no coming back for Yemame. And this man, this new CJ will be approved by Parliament. And then the committee will approve him. The report will come to plenary.
And they will debate it tomorrow.
And they will debate it. We will debate it tomorrow.
And then they will pay them.
Then we will just give the president the go ahead that look, swear the man in. We are done.
Sir, this micro minority decide not to come to Parliament at all. The business of the day will go on.
We can do 24
they should get out of here.
We can do 24-hour Parliament.
Yes,
really?
Yes. Two-thirds. No, they are growing impeaching Ukra as minority.
We will still be more than them.
I'm saying that what they are growing impeaching.
NDC chemu
they are 88. We are 188. Half of 188.
You see? Oh, Zana Juma. See, maybe some questions. Maybe some questions here for my answer. Say, ye Charlotte say, Dino. The entitlement,
No.
I rest my case.
So let's move in. For Honorable Kwacho for showing the two, and I mean, reading more. We just have 5 minutes. Let's work on this one. Yeah. So which is this week? They are packed.
More important things.
Serious
things for us to discuss.
It is a vice versa. What them say under NPP every week with this scandal. We there every week
with a developmental issues.
That's God.
All right. So Felix Kwacho Fosu ne social media handle name our honorable and I quote from him, very important week coming up tomorrow. The report of the August 6th helicopter tragedy investigation will be presented to the National Security Council Moka tomorrow. That is in reference today. On Tuesday, the details of the report will be made public at a media briefing, which we are all waiting. On Wednesday, President Mahama will launch an Nkokon program in Kumasi. That's on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, 2026 budget, which brims with far-reaching policy initiatives, will be read in Parliament by the Finance Minister. Honorable, your thoughts on these three programs?
Yeah, very critical. The sad one, what happened on the October 6th. I've seen a couple of people ask questions about NDC. We want to know. August.
Sorry.
And as transparent as President Mahama.
Yeah, it's August. It's August.
So soon?
Yeah.
Very.
So this is the third.
September.
This is 3
October.
months.
What?
It's 3 months.
Yeah.
So that sad event, we know, sir, we can't bring them back. But this information will give comfort.
At least.
Give comfort to.
And
closure to the issue. Mm-hmm. Usually when you get to know what really happened, it gives some comfort. And I'm happy, sir, President Mahama have decided, sir, in the spirit of transparency, he want to make the issues public. I will just plead with my fellow Ghanaians, sir, especially these bloggers and media people, that we must be careful with the commentary that we run, because it's still fresh in our minds, it's still fresh in our soul. Everything is fresh for us, so that we'll be able to manage tomorrow properly, so that we don't open old wounds. Family is still there, close relatives are still there, comrades are still there. It's a sad part.
Very.
For the whole of the week. Nyoma ABC within the week, I mean, it's very sad, but that's the life. Very critical, very importantly,
yeah.
It was an attempt to ridicule President Mahama. In fact, I have a friend who is a nurse who called me right there that time na campaign no course no. That time serve as an MPP attempt to poo ridicule President Mahama. It's language. Opeso kan koko and koko ma. And okoko and koko nkete. MPP picked it up. It became a major campaign too. In my constituency, for instance, abaya bi nkoko nkete. Ema me director kura ni nya issue. Ye etwa mu a I can say yes, I say they were just ridiculing us. But it's one of the most important policies of this government. We import almost $300 million worth of poultry products at the bottom way. And this project will create employment. It will also reduce importation. We have been looking. If you go to the constituencies, any grounds where people are waiting. My great director called me, say, Honorable, Nipa Aba office a person register for them. It's more than your quota. So this is just the beginning. We quite no expand it. If there's a policy, Ghana for now some per year, because we have already made market for project. And finally, the budget statement. Critical. This is the first full year budget NDC Edeba.
Okay.
In the second term, President Mahama. The first one, the first 3 months, expenditure in expectation of appropriation. Until the first 3 months was done by the previous government. Until January football match, now a budget, MPP for a budget no toho. And a buyer almost on your budget, no more lose election you know. Did a giant sanity that budget. So after force and fair budget actually kicked off in April. April Mponio. April na a budget na start here. April no emane inflation at Tiaba 8 a little under 8%.
8%. 8 point something.
8 point something percent. Yeah. CD no have been consistently managed.
10, 8, 9.
Very good.
Saturday,
yeah. You inflation above for more. The fact that it is 8%, actually say goods rise, but the rate a pejano at Tiaba Sanachary. Entiende say me sikation bottom no. I who say base pay, you increase base pay by 9%. What do your calculation? You can see say your purchasing power akosoro kakra enuru ho because ye NDC for ye can say ye economy ni ye bibia fine. You see MPP at economy no. It will take us a couple of budget cycles to fix it. Last year, the 2020, this year budget was to stabilize the rot. Budget here is to consolidate the gains I am making. As we move on, President Mahama assurance, as we move on, say, yetime ye saw enyomanum nyina wie yezete IMF na. Then we can give people more release. Say enyo omanum ankasa adwo be kasa nsuo to emre bia. Heat gidi nyoma na e wo manum oso nyoma we ane bo kosoro oso ni nyina abafam ye reserves are increase ye foreign reserve are increase because of interest rate abafam nso no importation so akofem me ye sure say ye de nkokọ nketenkete na nyoma no agri policies no so be wurawura mu wi a e mama enyoma to ye we expecting budgeter and good the infrastructure. Ghana is now a construction site. President Mahama last week, he was in solar kwanoso wenchi bole solar kwanoso big push ekoso. Every region has got a big push, and big push 10 was like regional roads are LNK regional capitals first. Roads were LNK district capitals first. So construction going on. Every district assembly is building at least 2 chiefs compound and 3 classrooms, different classrooms, KG, JHS. And even for no say abandoned center no here, every district AC 3 new classroom block back 2 unit back and a 6 unit back. Every district AC chips compound menu. Every district AC 24-hour economy modern markets.
I see.
Yes, every district assembly. And the common fund was not just released. It was released and when it do no cream because it's as a sub a revenue and the calculated and every district assembly. These constructions are going on. Bola aya kese many district assembly President Mahama buy ye too. And apart from what the central government will do, roads are buying no year, schools are buying no peso AC and human this assembly bia. And this has given true meaning to the constitution. Say development must go to every nook and cranny. Into yam passage just the formula for common fund. The Ministry of Local Government the regulations account assembly bia. And to call every regional capital or my concurrent approval RCC na ya ye development akobabia. Enti ever infrastructure abano ye. Eba minu no reset agenda no. All the microeconomic indicators are showing positive signals. Nansanine Fitch upgrade yen outlook free CCC stroke C to B-B.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, also President Kufuor the currency echo junk baller. And then you resuscitate baller no. You have to forcing at the second budget ever. We are expecting a better news even than the 2025. Yeah, the echo no what saying.
But hope no taxes.
No. As we speak now, because the budget has not been presented, it's our hope. Because it's all our hope. Say, yemfa taxes be a Ghana for so. Last year, we never brought any tax. The only thing that we brought was the fuel that we needed to solve. What we said now will be what was the last time we heard Jim so. And the Ghana for will be interested to give a small adjustment in the energy levy and stable power than the noise that they used to have. The noise that they used to have and the fluctuations that they used to have.
We can say me. Was what is a Ghana need tax once more? Ghana needs slow tax trio. Or tria tax no nya home for
he's okay. Enti ebebo my ambaso for nyoma ya lane for the week nkoko nkete. Unfortunately, one of them is yenuamu a free mo report. We may have to take it, and there is no time than this to take it. Budget so enam kwan so eba yenim say the reset agenda is truly on course.
Thank you, Alaji.
Onya.
Boja imam.
When him say Justice Bafuboni, Ghana Chief Justice. When him say, ne yiri Prisons Director General. When him say, all right, so I rest my case. I can't reset it. Agenda. I can't resetting agenda no. In as much as we are resetting agenda in the positive direction no. Here pass omo krono omo Ghana krono no. We need to decisively allow the law to deal with the people, the corrupt individuals. But nemum the political will be idea everything that will do to save Mahama legacy. I say, oh yeah. To be honest with you, because Ghanaians are really waiting for a positive resetting agenda. Positive. One, Mahama can say oba oral or the oral beye juma. Ampa oral was one of the first establishment of John Dramani Mahama. Oral. So oral should never fail Ghanaians. The objectives and the purpose for which oral was instituted is the reason why today Honorable can sit here and boast of dividing micro minority into two and then still have balance to beat them. Is the reason. And yes, Mahama because it was a personality. Debbie, because of the resetting agenda and also the 24-hour economy. And thanks be to God. When him said, from 500 Ghana cedis to 350 cedis for passports. And then this is just for ordinary. For ordinary 14 days. Because 24-hour economy has come to play. That if you pay 350 Ghana cedis, yeah, the 14 days never processing with visa, with passport are more. Sharp. Until okujeto abaso. That's one. It's part of the resetting agenda.
Sure.
So if you look at akukon kitty, Misha here in the past, me call tamale, school those days. Obia oko tamale. Oko school and I'll be a winning tamale from the north will tell you your parents start to teach you when you are growing up.
Yeah.
They will give you a seed money.
A seed money.
Which it says, yeah, first you can
very
good. So that they are teaching you how to be responsible. And they are teaching you how to be what? Economically what? Independent.
Me grandma cried. Me grandma cried. You drain you mrena. Wo ebia wo akoko no. Or ma.
Good.
Free range.
Free good. No, up here. I could. Yes, that's what we usually do. And I know tu sorry echo peduani ebre omo ansa na school. So if John Dramani Mahama Eduani ebre omo.
And when you say
yes,
yet me one more Christmas be draw. You sell maybe
that's what I'm saying.
2, 3.
What you say? So all these things is coming from where? A visionary leader. The country, for that matter, Mabunu in mind.
No, but Haruna,
to reset their mind on
Haruna,
what? Farming.
If every house,
yes,
across the country, as a community, 2/3 of every house, they can grow as much as 50, 100 chickens.
Yes.
Oh, guys, we better turn brother 250 and more baby.
Debbie.
Me better brother 250 a day.
Especially. Why not better import it? That's the question. Who will import? You're from Kofi Nkwargi, the Northerners, and the Muslims will call them Kofi Kilam. Kofi Brody Kilam from Kofi Nkwargi. So who will import Kofi Nkwargi biome? Nobody will import Kofi Kilam from Abrochiri. You see, the point is, if indeed His Excellency John Dramani Mahama succeed in implementing this policy and making sure that everybody we are well, once you have the mindset of growing the local made chicken and then the local production of a kuko, it means that the country is going to open, businesses will open, the village that you go there and you never find a school child have a chicken thigh on his or her meal after school and break time it is going to be in the tin of the past, where His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in his manifesto talking about each child with what, one thigh or one arm of the chicken on the male, so that everybody malnutrition will never be something that we would
even
what do you say?
Now Agric Minister, I know some policy with Education Ministry. You know they are now coming to start school farming.
Yeah,
school farm those days. Now you were more than about 400, nkuko.
Yeah.
About 300 sheep, about 200 goats.
Yeah.
So once a while, so
you are, that is where you are coming back to the sustainable development goals of NDC.
Yeah.
The local settings during dry season no mu titi honum ejuma bia ni ho and enu bia ne nia ye face wo galamsey mining size, because if you have nkoko nkitinkiti a wo be hwe omo, then you know say at least every 3 months you are in the market selling and you are making ends. I don't see what would take you to go and gamble with galamsey. Abra, you take even months or 3 to be able to get your ends meet. So getting the sustainable development in the jobs around our local settings, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is thinking about, and that is what he's bringing. Sa akukwa nkitinkiti obemano, he's not doing it in the rural areas alone. He's going to do that in the urban centers as well, so that what I say, we would be able to get certain things. That's
is open.
What do I say? Because if you go to buy a chicken box today, it's expensive. And then you're Kofi Nkwargi. What do you say? So let's look at how this is going to impact the economy and how it will create jobs for people who have nothing to write home about when it comes to businesses that they do to feed themselves and the family. So I entreat everybody to embrace this and stay tuned that when they start to distribute a year, go there and register at your local settings. That's the district level. Go register. Eba na wakoji. Would ya make sure say when you pay go and settle your debt, and then near Ekano, wow, dear. John Dramani Mahama has made it possible. Can you know? His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo eto obi antro say oba see ya no beye yanko huhwi ye danyame ase say John Dramani Mahama aba wo hwe budget we debate ready this week no Thursday. Look, it is very paramount for us all Ghanaians to know say the single digit inflation dia ebema Ghana realize the open growth of the economy and then the businesses that people think about, even the local settings. Obimu can about the how production costs in Ghana is not stable. It is because of the dollar. If the business growth, the production line is said that you would bring your raw material up there and then you pay so much and then you come to produce locally, certainly the prices will be low. Sure. Will be high. So the government of the day is looking at how he can invest so much in the industrialization sector. The local industries will get certain remittances to be able to get so much to produce locally for us to be able to get it cheap as you import them.
Details for the Bebano, definitely we can have time and discuss.
No problem. That's fine.
All right. So thank you so much. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Honorable Suleimana, Adama, Honorable Harun Mohammed.